Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Phang. I have the privilege of leading a public listed company in Hong Kong, led through the transformation. And in the last 3.5 years, we have grew from where we were to today. We are just above 3.2 billion US dollars in market capitalization. So today, I want to share with you a bit about the Fintech Paradigm. I sort of been only given 15 minutes. I thought it would be good for me to pick up the following 4 topics. Number 1, the potential challenges and the opportunity relating to Fintech industry. Number 2, the lesson that we have learned from Credit China in the last 3.5 years. Point number 3, I want to share with you some of the overseas attempts that we have taken beyond China. And the last thing I thought would be interesting is with so many Fintech entrepreneurs in the room to share with the audience some of the lessons that we have learned over the last 3 years. So there are literally, in my opinion, 4 challenges and opportunity confronting Fintech companies today. Okay. The first thing is a Fintech company typically have a challenge of lower pay-up capital. So when you have a lower pay-up capital, the challenges is how do you convince people that you are still a credible business partner, or why should I put the money with you to run the operations. The second thing, challenges facing many Fintech companies is the evolving regulatory environment. Whatever that we are operating in today, in a nutshell, will keep moving. And it is important for companies to have the ability to adapt to the new regulatory environment. And this does not only apply to China, it is across in different parts of the world when you talk about financial technology. Point number 3 is in relation to the company ability to adapt to new technologies that are evolving in the marketplace. Now, while it presents challenges to your existing model, it is also an opportunity for fast-growing businesses. And point number 4, which I have identified, is the digitization of currency. It presents an opportunity, and it also presents challenges to the regulators. So money can be more freely moved from one location to another. 5 years ago, if I were to hold a stack of renminbi, the only way that I can spend the money in London is I go to the money changer, I change them into sterling pounds, and then I will spend the sterling in UK. But today, with Alipay wallet, with WePay wallet, you can literally walk into Harrods in London, and you buy using the dollars, the renminbi which you have in the wallet. And so the digitization is going to create an impact. So bypassing credit cards. Okay, so those are 4 of the challenges or high-level challenges that I see. Opportunities for Fintech companies are also challenges for them. The next thing is I want to share with the audience about our experience. I came onto the board of a public listed company at the end of 2013, where we were doing traditional lending. We were constrained by the limited capital. We were constrained by only relying on interest spread. And the last thing, the quality of borrowers, people who come to us are of lower quality. And the first thing I did when I got to the board in phase 1, I built an ecosystem an ecosystem around online wealth management, okay? I did that for the first 2 years and focused religiously on the entire ecosystem rather than just looking at just the platform. Need to understand, how do I bring on board new lenders? How do I bring on board high quality assets? And those are the things that I was doing over a 2 years period together with the team. And we have successfully accumulated 5 million registered users in the first 2 years. Following that discipline, I then went to the board at the end of 2015. I say, it is time for us to, it is time for us to get into the second part, and that is strategy 2.0. And that is to take advantage of the payment system that we have in place and then gradually grow our ecosystem into the next level, taking into payment as the core fundamental layers that we have. We started attempt to get into online mobile gaming, social gaming space. We were trying to understand the opportunity beyond that. And in the course of between the last 18 months, what we have done, we have bought into a company that provides social gaming in an attempt to bring on new customers. We then went into a merchant acquisition payment company called Jifu. We then did an acquisition into an online loans company. And earlier this year, after a year of negotiation, we went into a payment company in Vietnam. So in an attempt to go beyond the shorelines of China, we have then also acquired a wealth management company in Singapore. And most recently, last month, we have founded a brand new life insurance company called Singapore Life in Singapore. So with that, you can see that currently, Credit China have a very diversified revenue stream. We have altogether 8 revenue streams in the company, different revenue streams. And of the 8 revenue streams, the first 5 revenue streams brought us more than 100 million RMB a year in 2016. The other 3 revenue streams involving blockchain, asset management, and life insurance are new revenue streams that we have built this year. Hopefully, by end of 2018, it will be ramped up to more than 100 million revenue too. Now, at the bottom, you'll see a pie chart. The pie chart representing the transformation that the company have, or the group have undergone from 2013 when it was 100% traditional income to 2014, 23%, and then 2015, 56%, 2016, 60%, and in Q1 of this year, 78% of our revenue actually came from the fintech businesses. Now, in Q1 of this year, these are some of the highlights. We have in total started from 8,000 registered users in Q1 2014. We have altogether, after 3 years, we have accumulatively acquired 42 million registered users. Our total payment settlement volume across the 10 different platforms have aggregated to close to 350 billion RMB. We are happy to have announced to the market that we have delivered 100 million RMB worth of profit in the fintech, as a fintech group listed in Hong Kong. Now, with this, we were very much in China, and we have a listed entity in Hong Kong. With that, we have actually gone down to, from there, we intend to move our products and offering from the group all the way down to different part of Asia. And that's why we have set up a Southeast Asia office based in Singapore. So the strategy that we have taken is to grow in that direction. Now, it is important to recognize outside China. Outside China, let me share with the audience, I think it is critical when you move out of China, from the lesson that we have acquired, you need to have a clear proposition. You need to consider, as you grow outside China, do you want to consider organic growth, partnership growth, or through merger and acquisition, acquiring entities overseas? It is not to underestimate the local culture implication. It is important to recognize the limitation of talents that is going to drive your business. And the last thing is, it is important to recognize the traction that you're going to build in growing out of China. And that is critical in venturing outside China. Because in China, you may have everything under control. Beyond China, these are the key issues that a company will have to look at, to consider before stepping out. And the last thing, in terms of lesson learned, I have concluded with 3 challenges that we need to, I walk away from. First is our ability, our group ability to keep up with the technical innovation that's happening around us. The second major challenge is our ability to adapt to the evolving regulatory environment. And the third challenge is for Credit China is how do we competitively extend our competitiveness into new markets. And those are the 3 core things that is always being discussed at my board meetings. Now, I will leave with the audience with three important thoughts. Sustainability, talents, and discipline is the core fundamental building block to what we have grown our company, and these are the core lessons that we have learned over the years to get to where we are today. Credit China was a $150 million market cap company in 2013. Today, the company have just gone to $3 billion. That is through disciplined growth with very clear strategy and very disciplined execution. We are constantly looking for talents. When we talk about sustainability, I was referring to our ability, okay, to make sure that our proposition and the risk management are all in place in order to facilitate the sustainable growth of our business. Okay? With that, thank you for your attention.